Hey, Travis Holzen with Food Forest Abundance, Minnesota, and just making a quick video just to show you we're sheet mulching here. As you'll be able to see here underneath this dirt, we have cardboard, and that cardboard is a weed and grass suppression. So it's all the grass underneath there, it's going to kill it. And then the cardboard's going to break down and become soil and help build soil, become worm food and stuff like that. But then we're going to mulch, put probably about 5 inches of mulch on top of this. And what that does, it holds in the moisture of and doesn't allow the elements to get to your soil. You know, with the sun beating down on your soil will dry out, but that mulch protects it and keeps it nice and moist. And there's going to be another circle just like this one and that one right here, and then we got another row of fruit trees going right here in between these flags, if you can see them. But here's a couple more fruit tree guilds, and we're going to be mulching these here in a little bit too, and I'll have some more video. But this whole row, actually starting at this stick right here down to the end. I don't know if you can see where that dirt is. That's my rows on the other side of the house. So we're going to meet that one in the back, right in the corner there. And this whole row is going to be berry bushes. So when these bushes grow, it's going to be a big wall of berries forever. And it also gives you privacy. The birds love them. And attracts wildlife, and you always have food. And but all the way down here is that row. We're probably going to stop about here, and then we're going to make a compost area here. And this row is going to come down to about where I'm standing. So we ran out of cardboard waiting for that shipment to get here. But that row is going to be 12 fruit trees and then berry bushes. That's my boy right there. And his lazy friends that don't like to work very hard. And there's a sheet mulched fruit tree guild. We'll be putting another layer of mulch on top of that. And we have a berry garden right here. These 2 rows are going to be all berry bushes. And then in the spring, we are going to add a spout, a downspout to these gutters that lead into a couple of 55-gallon drums. So we're going to capture the rainwater off of this roof, and we are going to feed all the plants. We're going to let gravity do the work. As you can see, it's kind of like a swale. This is already here from the other plants, but we're going to use it. But if you could see the way it slopes downhill, once that water comes into the system, it's going to flow right through and flow right down the hill into all these trees. So water is going to be plentiful, and when we go through droughts and stuff like that, there's going to be plenty of water in this hillside to feed these plants. And here's dirt, all the mulch that we're going to be spreading here. And we got a couple more fruit tree guilds here. These are going to be apple tree guilds. And these are going to be beautiful in the spring once we get all planted out. Tomorrow there'll be apple trees there, or tomorrow or Friday. And then all the companion species that help will be planted in the spring. And then we have 2 more fruit tree guilds on each end of this boomerang, I guess you could call it. And this was here with other trees in it, but we're using it because it's already set up. Why recreate the wheel when it's already here? And then in the front here, there's going to be medicinal flowers here, all the pretty ones. Your marigolds, your chamomile, lavenders, all your pretty flowers that are also medicine. And you can make teas and all that stuff out of there. So you're going to have your insect attractors for your butterflies and your bees up here, and they'll look pretty. You know, there's no reason a food forest cannot be beautiful, because if you look, berry bushes, they bloom and they get real pretty, and then in the fall all these fruit trees change colors, the leaves change colors, you know. Plus you got all the blooms on all these trees, you got the smells, you get the wildlife that comes in, and then you have food in abundance everywhere. And these kids that live here are going to grow up in an abundant food forest with fruit trees everywhere. They will just be able to go out their back door and go pick a pear, pick a peach, an apricot, a plum, a cherry, a raspberry, a blueberry, a blackberry, a fig. I mean, it's amazing all the food that is going to be growing here. There's going to be almost 100 varieties growing on this property. And there you have it. And there we go. There's my new yard sign. I did a pretty good job on that, I think. Got that. But anyway, Travis Holden with Food Forest Abundance. I'm out of here. I got to get back to work and show these young kids, these young cats, what real work is, because they're too lazy. But if you need a design for your yard, you want to turn your yard into an edible landscape, give me a shout. Send an email to travis@foodforestabundance.com or go to foodforestabundancemn.com. And that phone number, 651-350-0979. That's just a voicemail catch number, so you can call that number and leave a voicemail. Anyway, I'm out. To your abundance, food forest everywhere. My friends, have a good one.